Hello everyone. I'd like to take just a few moments to make some comments about this last week's assignment on learners with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Talk about a little bit about this next week's assignment on the topic of learners with emotional and or behavior disorders, and briefly remind everyone one more time about the internet research assignment that's coming up in just a couple of weeks. First of all, I was impressed again this last week with the content of your reports and your comments to one another on the topic of learners with ADHD. It seems to me that you've all learned some very important ideas about ADHD and about the learning needs of students with ADHD. As I commented to many of you in your discussion threads, please continue to think of specific teaching strategies and organizational techniques for the classroom that would help you address the learning, the emotional, and behavior needs of students with ADHD. I'll be asking you about that with just about every one of the disorders that we're going to be studying throughout this semester. Make sure also that you take a look at my general feedback comments that I posted in the feedback button of our Blackboard site. My best hope is that those comments will help you think just a little bit more about each week's assignment and actually provide you with an outline that may be useful to you at some point in time if you're looking for specific information about a particular kind of disability or disorder. This next week, we'll be reading and reflecting about the needs of learners with emotional or behavioral disorders as outlined in Chapter 8 of our textbook. Let me remind you that I provided some differentiation for you by asking you to choose a way of reporting that's of interest to you. So you've got a couple of options again on this assignment. If you come up with some better ideas for me too, I'd sure be willing to listen to those. One of my concerns about this course is that we do an awful lot of reading and just kind of responding to discrete questions. And so I'm open to other ideas other than just the ways that I've differentiated thus far. And we can certainly make changes as we go. If you have some suggestions, be sure and let me know. As I suggested to you last week also, please don't forget about the Internet research assignment that's due on or before Friday, March 18th. Well, believe March is going to be here this next week, and so I would encourage you to plan ahead. Be sure to review the assignment rubric that's provided for you in the specific button that we put together for this assignment on the Internet research assignment button, as it's titled. Also, there is a link in that button for you to submit your assignment. What you need to do is just to write your memo, which is required, and then you can simply put that in as an attachment on that particular link. If you run into questions or have any concerns about that, be sure and let me know. This is your chance to be creative. You can choose any kind of a disability or disorder that you have a specific interest in and come up with a plan, if you will, on how we may address that in a school setting. So I'd encourage you to be creative. Choose a disability or disorder, as I say, that's of interest to you. Again, let me know if you have questions. Well, I think that about covers everything for right now. Have a great week this next week, and again, contact me with any questions or comments you might have about the course. Take care.